I'm Cara, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're a subscriber. So today we are going to be making a display gift bauble. This is a thank you teacher present that I'm doing as a gift and a card all in one. I'm going to be using the Made to Surprise 3D display card and stand, but I'm not going to use the stand bit, I'm just going to use the circular die and the crocodile teeth die to make the actual bauble. And I'm also going to be using some scalloped nesting dies from Creative Craft Products just to add the sort of wow factor to it. I'm going to do this video in two parts. So this is part one and we're going to make the bauble together. Then in part two you'll be able to watch me decorate it and it will come to life. I decided to put it into two parts because otherwise I thought it might be a bit too long and you might get a little bit bored watching me make the bauble and you'll miss the end result. So let's get into it. So the dies I've used from the Made to Surprise set are this die with the crocodile teeth, and I've cut that twice, and the stitched circle, and I've just cut that once. I've also gone and cut 3 different size scallop circles, and I'm going to be putting the circular crocodile dome on to the smallest scallop circle, and then this stitch circle will go inside and I'll ink that up. We'll do that today because it will be stuck inside, then the rest of the decoration we'll do on the next video. So my smallest scallop circle is 6 inches. And then this is 5.5, so it will fit inside. And the next size up I've got is 6 7/8. That's the one that will go behind. I will probably cut out another one of them in a different colour just to add some strength to it. And the largest circle is 7.5 inches. So that will be the finished size of the gift. You're going to want to cut yourself 2 of these if you have this die set. If you don't, you're just going to want a piece of cardstock which is 10 1/4. You're going to want a 1/2 inch tab, and then you're going to cut and then 1/2 inch down, score 1/2 inch down this way, and just cut some little crocodile teeth into it. If you've got the die set, I just like to cut it through twice, and then it's 7 teeth in. You've got these little arrows and you just cut above them because you need 1 full length and 1 short length. Then I like to pop it in my score board and just score down these score lines, because it doesn't quite, they're more guidelines than score lines. From the die you need to just add some definition to them. Same with this little tab here. Then you're just going to want to add a little curve. You can see I've already gone and put my red liner tape down, and then I just like to fold all my teeth up. Once I've folded them all up, I will just run my finishing tool or score tool over them. I'll do my tab, again burnish that. I'll do the same the other side. Make sure you do this on both pieces. I like to do is make this into a circle before we stick it down. Just going to take one off. I'm just going to use a little bit of my Hunky Dory construction glue. Just for a little bit of wiggle room while I attach this. I'll give that a second and then we'll do the other side. You're going to do the same the other side. So again, peel off your red liner tape. And a little bit of glue. Glue is completely optional. I just like the wiggle room. Got to say, I am using 250 GSM craft card for this. But by the time I add all the mats and layers and my glue will make it quite strong. Apologies, I thought I had pressed record because I had to pause it because someone called me and then I realised I hadn't. So I've just placed my circle down on the base and so I've got some wet glue on top of the tape, so I am just gently manoeuvring it into place. I find this the easiest way to do it for me. There are lots of other ways to do it. I know Sam Calcott has some ways, and my fabulous friend Benita from Under a Pile of Papers, she's the one that helped me a lot, so I'll link her videos with it in the description box below as well. And Simone from Blonde Cards and Crafts has an excellent tutorial on how to put this together for the whole stand and display set, not just the half that I'm doing. And I'm just pressing with my tool, making sure it's equal. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to make sure this fits inside, which I think it does. Yeah, it will. Don't want to push it in yet because this isn't quite stuck down and I need to ink that up. So while that dries, we're going to go ahead and ink this up. So I'll get my inks and I'll be back with you. So to ink it up, I'm going to be combining the Harmony Spectrum Noir Crushed Velvet and the Prism Lovely Lilac. So whilst this dries, we're going to move outside, we're going to bring this back in. Now it is firmly stuck. Off camera, I had this one already cut. I cut it again in a purple, and this will go on the back here because our flowers will be purple. That's why I went with the purple for the inside. And I've got some nice silver ribbon which we'll attach now as well. So the writing for the sentiment side I will do in silver just to bring it in. What I'll do is I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to sort of eyeball where I want the ribbon. A little bit bigger. Then we're going to bring in some red liner tape. I like the joins to be at the top and the bottom, so I'm going to run the tape about here. Gently take the backing off, ever so carefully. I'm going to add my glue to the back of this one. This is the smaller one. Make sure you give it a good covering of glue. I'm going to lay it down, then I'm going to flip it the wrong way. We're going to have something on the back of this anyway, so it's, make sure whatever colour you want showing at the front you put it onto. Don't make a mistake like I did, but then mistakes show you we can fix it. And as I've got the gluey side down, we're also going to go ahead and stick our big one down like that. Remove any gluey marks from our mistake. And then when this dries by tomorrow, it'll have good strength and it will hang really nicely for the recipient. So to create the frame that's going to go on top of here, I have used the same size scallop circle that I did for the purple scallop here, and a smaller one, just so I've got quite a thick frame. I just find it easier doing these to have a thicker frame, but that's just personal preference. So my smaller scallop is about 4 3/4 inches. So before we stick the frame down, we're just going to go ahead and get our piece inside here. Now I'm going to put the glue inside, just so I'm not having gluey mess while I try to squeeze it in. But again, personal choice. And we're just going to peel the backing tape off here. And again, I'm going to add some wet glue to all of the crocodile teeth. And we're back to the start. So I'm going to bring in my frame, make sure it's the right way up, and we'll just place it on top. And I just like to bring my hand in underneath and do it that way. This is what works for me. But it might not be for everybody. I'm going to flip it over just so I can give it a press. Apply a little bit of pressure, it's easier to do that. From the back rather than the front. And you can also pick it up and just rotate, just checking everything is stuck down nicely. So I've also gone and cut 2 strips using the matte and layer die from the die set in the same purple that I'm also going to make the flowers out of, and that's on here, that purple there, just to go around here. I'm just going to use my scoring tool, give it a little bit of a curve. We're going to go and get that stuck down. And there's that stuck down. So that is the bauble made. Just going to leave it for at least overnight now to fully find all its strength. And then I will be back with part 2 and we will decorate it together. So if you enjoyed my video, please hit the like button. And a big thank you to all 256 of my subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. And I'll be back soon with part 2.